things are a little bit off or different than they usually are. Like there was a guy on a bike that just ran through a stop sign coming right at me. Like he was on a mission. He dodged me, went the other way. Oh, they got the skate park fenced off. They're gonna do some more construction. Yep, they got all the stuff there. I guess I get to take some pictures of that, eh? Film some of that stuff. Yeah, it's been raining all day. I'll be skating in the water. But it's been like a rest day, I guess. Just working at home on the computer. Yeah, if you don't know, I make video games. A solo indie game developer. Spend most of my time doing that. I was in the zone for most of the day. Now I'm out here. It's after 6 o'clock in the evening. This will be a different kind of day for sure. Now the park doesn't look too bad. And it's empty. I think I'll just keep it like a rest day. I'm pushing myself a lot lately. So I feel drawn to read some scripture just to get the session started. So we got the book of Acts 24. And after 5 days, Ananias, the high priest, descended with the elders and with a certain orator named Tertullus, who informed the governor against Paul. And when he was called forth, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying, "Seeing that by thee we enjoy great quietness, and that very worthy deeds are done unto this nation by the providence. We accept it always and in all places, most noble Felix, with all thankfulness. Notwithstanding that I be not further tedious unto thee, I pray thee that thou wildest hear us of all clemency, a few words. For we have found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes, who also hath gone about to profane the temple, whom it took, and would have judged according to our law. But by the chief captain Lysias came upon us with great violence, took him away out of our hands, commanding his accusers to come unto thee, by examining of whom thyself mayst take knowledge of all these things whereof we accused him." I'm going to chew on that for a bit. See, it's important to understand Scripture from the context of the times it was written, who was being addressed to at the time it was written, what were the traditions and the sociological practices and conditions at the time it was written, and the context of the text prior to what was read, and the events leading up to what was being written. That is important when you take into account the meaning of Scripture. But also, it can speak to people in a modern context that can be taught by an intellectual theologian. But also, Scripture can be interpreted on an individual level, meant exclusively for the individual. But that is between God and the individual. And I'm sure there are many other ways to interpret Scripture that it could be very useful, since it is the living Word. The Bible's alive, and it moves, and it reaches people to the depths of our humanity and our subconscious. So I'll chew on that for a bit and see where it brings me, and maybe you might chew on it as well. Onward! So, this is what we got. They moved the bleachers down here, which is okay, I guess, for now. We got this all fenced off. Another expansion is going here. They're going to be doing an asphalt perimeter apron, they call it, all around this extension. They got light posts way over there. You see all those big light posts? And the skate park grows. And I will give credit to the organizers, Smithers Skate Park Society, and people involved in such. But even though they do such great works, I still encourage the community and the three organizations involved to do something about the cleanliness of the park, because clean park equals a happy community. That was a good warm-up. So I'm keeping it mellow. I guess I'll be skating this thing once again. Yep. was a good rally. Ripping that fast down that lane is pretty sketchy for me. And surprisingly, ripping that fast and the pressure when I go down the banks and then up the bank, it's pretty hard on the old knee. I have to admit, I can feel it swelling up. So I'm gonna go back to trying something a little different. But I can't really decide what to do. If I hit any rock skating this, I'll just stop, but I'll give it a shot. Need this little thing for me. Alright, so the idea here is pop shove at the backside 50-50. Alright, as soon as I started skating that, it's just a kid on a bike. You can't get mad at him, he doesn't know any better, but he just rides down here. His wheels are covered in mud and dirt, right through the lane that I'm skating. So I'm just gonna stop skating this. See, right there. All that dirt, all that debris. And that's the second time that kid's done that today. And that happened yesterday as well. So when that happens, especially after I clean the spot, my heart just sinks. And I guess I gotta move on to something else. And I still don't forget to praise Jesus, so praise Jesus. I see it. An old guy like me can still be learning new things, progressing, doing stuff out of my comfort zone. Anybody can. And it really helps if you got Jesus at the top of your priorities. If you focus on the Lord, anything's possible. And you can just keep going and going and going. As soon as you take your eyes off the Lord, you'll be going downhill. So, what does it say? Pick up your cross and follow Him. And then you'll be going uphill. So, find your cross. Find your thing you got to carry. And carry it. And let go of anything holding you back from the Lord. And just keep going up. I'm just an old guy. I'm not even good at skateboarding. So, just wanted to let you guys know. You don't even have to be skateboarding. You could approach it in any field you want. The Lord wants you to be the best version of yourself. So, I say, grab on to it. Grab on to the Lord. And don't let go. Yep. That's the way it goes. Praise Jesus. Took a rock but didn't get hurt.